Say something real quick.
Yeah. Say something.
Say something real quick. Do it quicker.
I'm so quick, real quick, fast, quick.
I'm saying it quick for you. We are the Mercury Brothers, and thank you for tuning into the Dirty Jersey 30.
I'm Ryan, the bass player for the Mercury Brothers.
I am Luke, the drummer of the Mercury Brothers.
My name is Mike. I play lead guitar.
It actually started with me and Dan, who can't be here right now. He's actually on the way to us. We're playing a gig tonight in a couple hours at the Chubby Pickle, and Dan's on his way here to meet us. But it started with me and Dan, really. Me and him have been playing together since we were kids. After about, 10 years of playing with Dan, just kind of doing solo acoustic singer-songwriter kind of stuff, I met Luke working at Dean's. We started talking about music.
Yeah, working at a health food store. It's amazing. It's amazing we can learn about each other.
Yeah. And we found out, that we had pretty similar taste in music, and that he was a drummer and he loved to play. Me and Dan had been looking for a drummer so we could plug in and kind of stop doing the whole acoustic show. We did one session with Luke at a rehearsal studio in Red Bank, and it clicked pretty much immediately. It was one of the first drummers he's ever played with that just immediately we were all on the same page musically pretty much.
Yep. Yeah, and to this day, it still feels like that when we practice every time. It's nice to be together because we don't have to think about it. And Mike, to put in retrospective, is like my dad. You know what I mean? We started playing together at a really young age, and it was only a matter of time till he was bound to be incorporated into the project.
So we did a couple sessions, got a few songs down, and we're like, we need to start playing and people need to hear this. So we started booking shows at, the small places in Asbury, like the Saint and the Chubby Pickle over here. And we played for about a year just as a three-piece. We released a 6-song EP just as a three-piece, just me, Luke, and Dan. We managed to gather a pretty good local following and get just get our feet in the water, so to speak.
A lot of friends told a lot of other friends who became new friends, and when we're playing around, it's nice to have a lot of people there that are all our friends. We're just happy to see everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, and then after the first EP, we were talking about adding keyboards and doing this, just kind of filling the sound a little bit, and then Mike was the first person to come into mind. And same kind of thing, we had a rehearsal with him, and it felt right off the bat.
Yeah, it clicked real quickly.
Yeah.
Effortless.
Yeah.
Just there's that missing piece we're missing.
The cool thing about playing this band is that everything just seems to roll, seems to be very effortless, very natural, and there's really no one's really pushing or asking too much of anyone. It just works out real.
There isn't really a single agenda. I mean, someone will come up with something, and we just let the other members kind of fill in how they want to.
Yeah, do their thing.
Yeah,
right.
It's very organic. And then when we find something that's right, it's right, and we just keep working with it.
Start that because the first show that I played with the Mercury Brothers was actually at the Pickle, probably a few months ago, and I came. Actually, Luke asked me to come and sit in on a song, and I was gonna sit in on a cover, and ended up playing the entire set, and it just you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
It worked out real well, and people had a lot of cool things to say about it, and it felt great.
Honestly, I've developed some of the best friendships I've ever had through this scene. It's really unbelievable how it doesn't really feel like a competition, and more feels like a group effort. It's really nice. Everyone kind of knows each other and is friends with each other, and worked with each other to help each other book, get gigs with each other, and it just all feels like a big community. Almost like a tribe.
And growing up in the area, it was really cool to get to play in other genres. In the metal and punk areas where there was still so much support and so many different places to play. Where now, obviously being of a different genre, that the doors are still wide open, and if anything, you just meet more people all the time, and the support is not only just from the other bands, but just from the people that come out and that are stumbling around in the middle of the night. Yeah, people just come around because they hear music and then they want to see it.
I think that's one of the great things about Asbury. Its music has been a part of its history in the entire town, and I don't think that's ever going to change. I don't think that's ever not going to be a part of Asbury. So every single bar has a stage in it for a reason. It really, it's good. Well, that's actually a song me and Dan. Dan wrote a very long time ago, actually. Dan's had that song in his repertoire for a long time, and we used to just play it as in a kind of like an acoustic. It was a little bit later, a little bit different, and then like I said, we wanted to get to playing more full band kind of electric plugged in stuff, and that was one of the first songs we decided to play with Luke. It's pretty straightforward and simple.
I remember doing it with them, and I was like, hey, is it cool if I do this? And while I was doing it, they were like, yes, exactly that. That's perfect,
And the first time we added a drum beat to it, it just finally gave the song the life that it needed, and we wanted to make sure that our whole first album really is very simple and straightforward and to the point. We wanted to be kind of like a no frills, just here's who we are, here's what we do.
There's a variety of things that you can hear.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah, I mean, going into it, we kind of had more songs, and we still have more songs that we're going to be putting onto the next one that we haven't recorded. And that's the biggest issue, is like some of our friends know the lyrics to songs that we don't have recorded. They just come to our shows and they know the lyrics. But that's an honor. So for us with this, it was like, all right, well, what can we take that maybe they'll appreciate the most, that will give the most variety? And we had to choose 6 songs, and that's what we really decided that would be the best way to put our foot in the door and say, listen, this is what we can do.
Yeah, we wanted an album
together.
Yeah, we wanted an album that highlighted everything that we do, from the more like garage rocky Steel Away to the more like straightforward pop rock of In Retrograde. We wanted each song to kind of highlight the different things that we can do.
Yeah, there's something special about each one. And that's kind of, I think, hopefully how we can always keep it, and how the music will continue to just be written and just happens.
And that album was recorded by Joey Papa, who's based out of Cranford. He plays in a band called Electric Sensei.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's cool to work with Joey because he's like a scientist.
And he's a drummer.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He's
drummer.
like, his timing is like...
He's like a scientist when it comes to recording. He doesn't just like let you play something and move on. He's got a lot to say about everything, and I think it shows in the album.
Yeah, I mean, we have a whole section in the song Bandoliers where we do this kind of backup killing, these backup vocals, and that was never part of the song, but after we did the first take with Joey, he's like, you guys need a bridge right here, and there needs to be backup vocals, and it really, like, without that, I don't think the song would be as solid as it is.
And we weren't going to think of that. That's where someone like himself is saying, oh, look at all these ingredients. What if I, as a chef, decide to put something else in it to make it better?
Yeah, you need that contrast, I mean,
Right.
Everything works so like effortlessly with us, and then you work with someone who is a little more tedious
And break everything
yeah,
apart.
and it just levels out real well.
Joey's a blessing. There's been times where I've written a song on the piano, I put down chorus on the piano, just like chords that I'm filling out and really loving. And Dan takes those notes from the piano and converts them to the guitar, and then we start working on something. But there are times where it was just like, even Safe started as a drum beat because I had a really bad day at work, and I was stuck on this one beat I couldn't get out of my head, and we made a song.
We built it from the drum beat.
Right, exactly, yeah, and it all came around then.
Sometimes I'll come to the studio and I'll have this bass riff that I'm just like, wow, man, I've been playing this all week. This has really got a good groove to it. I'll come to the studio and start playing it. Then Luke,
the new jam.
Yeah, and then
new one,
let Luke fill in the drum beat, and then Dan will fill in the guitar. And we can build a song that way too. But then there's also a lot.
That
of
was
times,
like Wanna Dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of times where Dan, like I said, for years played it just a solo acoustic act. So Dan had all these singer-songwriter kind of acoustic songs that we transitioned into full electric band songs. So at the time it was only guitar and vocals. Me and Luke filled in the bass and the drums, and then Mike came in and filled in the lead guitar. So we built a lot of songs based off of that. But most of the new songs we write, it's kind of like, it's a collaborative effort. Someone's got a good riff or a good beat or a good vocal line, and we just kind of build from that first step. But once you get a good groove on that, then we add a verse, and then we add a chorus, and we add a bridge, and we kind of just like spiral from there, so to speak,
When we wrote Wanna Dance, when we wrote Wanna Dance, I, as a joke, said to Ryan, I was just like, keep playing it, give me an A, give me an A.
Yeah, just play A over and over again.
Yeah, and he did, and we just like kept building it, and it just wouldn't stop until we had our fill, you know what I mean? And that first time we played it, it was like 10 minutes long. Because...
Yeah, we just keep playing the riff over and over again.
Yeah, right.
Over and over and over again.
A lot of stoner rocks like that, like just do the riff over and over again until you had enough, And that's what we wanted out of that.
Yeah. So we're booked pretty much every weekend in May right now.
Yeah.
So I think that pretty much every weekend down in May.
Going into the summer, we're already booked up like a good amount.
So we got a lot of shows coming up, but right now we really want to focus on a music video for our song Dom Perignon. We feel like it's time to get a music video out there. Because part of who we are is our recordings are great, but we're the most comfortable playing live. When we're all together in the same room playing together, is when it feels when it feels the best to us. We really want to try and capture that on film and get that out to people that necessarily can't come see us live all the time.
Right.
And then by August, we want to have a full 10-song 10-song album out. Our last release was a 6-song EP. We want to do a full 10-song album that really has a full connected theme, and it goes from A to B straight through.
Right.
Yeah.
And until then, we'll just keep doing what we're doing,
But as far
all
as
the
shows
time, yeah.
coming up, we're at the Pickle tonight right now, and then we're at the Asbury Park Brewery on May 4th.
Yeah, my birthday show.
We're gonna be at John and Peter's in New Hope, Pennsylvania on the 19th.
Yep.
Actually, my brother plays in a band, and it's his birthday show. That's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be us, Cranston Dean Band, and my brother's band.
Local Legends, Cranston Dean Band.
We'll be at the Saint in Asbury Park. I'm not sure the date, but we'll be with Cranston Dean Band and Accidental Seabirds, who are both fantastic acts. It's gonna be a great show. And then we're gonna start. We got some shows in July too, and we might even go up to Brooklyn in August. So we're trying to fill out the summer right now.
I'd like to especially thank all our friends and family for being so supportive for so long. We've been really blessed to be in such a community of artists and just general good people that really made us feel so blessed this entire experience.
Yeah, say the same thing as Luke. Is happy to be a part of the scene, this community that we got going on. If you need to check us out, we're all over the internet. We're on Instagram, Mercury.Brothers. We're on Facebook, the Mercury Brothers. We're on Bandcamp and Spotify and iTunes. We post all of our shows and all of our upcoming info on there. So just make sure to follow us, and we'll see you guys at the next show.
Right, guys. It is a Friday night. We're here in Asbury Park, and I could not be happier. Look at this turnout. So many wonderful friends. This first song is about getting partying a little too hard in the middle of the winter and wrapping up your friends in Christmas lights. This song is called Light Pole. On a black summer night, I heard the wild winds whisper to me, hey, in a lonely side. And my mind ran cold like an old soul looking to kill. I saw my mama in the street, told me that I'm going to hell. But I got a light pole. I got a light pole. Been about 185 in a drop top boxer. She flipped, she was looking to die. And my spine went cold, and so looking to kill. I saw my daddy and the devil, told me that I'm going to hell. But I got a light pole. I got a light pole. But I got a light. I got a light pole. Cruising by a broken beach on a black summer night, I heard the wild winds whisper to me, hey, in a lonely side. And my spine went cold, old soul looking to kill. I saw my brother and my sister, told me that I'm going to hell. but I got a light. I got a light pole. One more time. I got a light. I got a light pole. But I got a light. I got a light pole. One more time. Well, I got a light. Yeah, I got a light pole. Hey, you were the Mercury Brothers. This next song is a facetious song. It's called Safe. It's not actually about being safe. Safe for now, my love. You're safe for now, my love, my babe, my babe. Escape from inside my heart. Escape from inside my heart and my brain, my brain. Replace behind my eyes. Replay from behind my eyes where I rise and I fall. Insane. The days, they seem insane, insane. The days, they seem, but my nights, they're alright. so much. Happy birthday, Drew Baker. This next song is very much about alcohol I can't afford and my frustration with people in power. Sold all its options to Coke. We're both on the payroll, so who bought the Rolls Royce? Would have bought it myself, but thought it a nice choice. I've been taking an iron to myself, looking around, trying to figure this out. I got an itch, see one of my old friends, so now I'm cutting the rug. You know, if anyone's here yet. I'm a zombie, 'cause nobody showed up and I've broken my mirror. This party is both. Yeah, I've broken my heart and the story is bullshit. I gotta get home, my body is peeling thin. If my parents wake up, they'll wonder where I've been, and I don't care. I'm trying to feed the right dog, and it's harder when falling in love with the fall. Save your pity for people with money and fools filled with bodies, pictures of Dom Perignon, screaming at the TV, pissed about clothes that they want. Save your sarcasm, that I've got plenty. I tried to avoid you. I saw you walk into the bar. I can't listen. I'm drinking whiskey. Before I move on, I'll say, I hope you don't get hit by a car. Save your pity for people with money and fools filled bodies, pictures of Dom Perignon. Screaming at the TV, pissed about clothes that they wore. Save your pity for people with money and their pools filled with bodies, pictures of Dom Perignon. Screaming at the TV, pissed about clothes that they want. Yeah, save your sarcasm that I've got plenty. I tried to avoid you, saw you walking to the bar. I can't listen, I'm drinking whiskey. Before I move on, I'll say, I hope you don't get hit by a car. Thank you so much.